Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Golgothan, and welcome back to another episode of Kerbal Space Program Career Mode. In this video, we are going to take this little rover guy to Moho, the closest planet to the Sun. We tried to take our probe there in the last video, but didn't end up having enough fuel to make the connection. But we'll most certainly get this probe there in this video. Don't worry about that nonsense. Alright, so let's take a quick look around at our vehicle here. I guess I should have done this in the hangar, but I've got a bunch of batteries on the bottom to try to make it bottom heavy so it doesn't tip over. Pretty wide base to it, so that for the same purpose. Small wheels in the front, big wheels in the back, big light in the front. Turn the light on quick. Woo! Shines actually quite far. Science stuff, the goo container, and the two smaller things. I tried to put I put the probe together, or put the rover together and built the launch vehicle, and then went to put all the science stuff on it, and totally forgot about how big that science kit thing was. So, we're going to be without it on this mission, but that's fine. We still have some science we can do. So let's take this thing to Moho. Now normally I would fast forward through launches and all that stuff, but I've got a lot of stuff to talk about, so I'm going to try to avoid any fast forwarding in this video and hope for just a nice, easy, straightforward flight to. So I was reading some articles and I came across a few interesting articles about Europa. So I'm going to talk about Europa a bunch here. Europa is the sixth closest moon to Jupiter, and it is slightly smaller than Earth's moon, and it is actually the smallest of the 6 Galilean moons, or maybe it's 3 Galilean moons, but they're the biggest moons of Jupiter. It's the smaller of that group. Because it is composed mostly of silicate rock, which is what the Earth is mostly made out of, silicate rock, and its tenuous atmosphere that is mostly oxygen, it has become a prime target for research and exploration, and as a possible colonization location in the future. But the surface of it is all ice. It is just a smooth ball of ice, which is actually the smoothest surface in the entire solar system. But recently, which was it? I believe it was Galileo spacecraft. No, not that one. Keep an eye on our game here. Here, something spotted the guys there. The Hubble? The Hubble's ultraviolet images is what allowed us to actually see plumes of water vapor erupting from the surface, hinting at liquid oceans under the surface of the ice, which is key to hosting life, is having water on the surface. So there's hope that maybe we will send some missions there and get some closer looks. There actually are some missions that are currently at Europa, or not at Europa, but currently planned for Europa. Let's get this thing stable. Come on. Give her a load. You have to put the Separatron things on there to push them out the back, otherwise, because they were on the inside ones, I wanted to make sure they went straight out the back. That worked pretty well. Gosh, I wish we were launching during the day. Oh, and I didn't. How close are we to the Moho transfer window? 26 days. That's a long time. That is a long time. That is not good. So I'm going to have to bring us to a 120 plus orbit so that I can time warp faster. Can't believe I forgot to time warp us on the launch pad. Let's get us up here. We must reach out of the atmosphere. Okay, so there are currently flights either active or planned for Jupiter and Jupiter moons and Europa. So there is the Juno mission, the Juno spacecraft, which is an active mission right now. It launched on August 5th in 2011. Did deep space maneuvers in August and September of 2013, and actually did a flyby of Earth with a gravity assist in October of 2013 this year. There's actually some pretty cool footage, if you go on there, of images captured by the Juno spacecraft as it did its Earth flyby. You can watch the moon orbit the Earth as it gets closer. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. Checking that out. It's the Juno spacecraft. Just go on to NASA's website or you can probably just Google it. Go to Google and just type in Juno spacecraft and you'll find the website. You can find the flyby footage on there. It's pretty awesome. You know, it's stuff we've seen in this game before, but it's something that's even more cool when you see it in real life applications. Let's get this thing up there above 120. Need to be a 120 orbit. Alright, so we're trying to get this up to 120. It's going to go a lot faster now. There we go. Okay. It's above 120 that we can do faster time warps. So let's get up to our apoapsis. Oh, of course, we're still in physical time warp territory. I wish it was on the light side. Get out of here. Almost out of fuel on these stages. Get us out of... Oops. There we go. There's the music. Prograde, turn, 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 turn. Turn. And burn. Right there. And above 120. Time warp us around to the apoapsis again here. Try to keep it circular if we can. Oh, of course I overshot it. It's not that big of a deal. Just need to get this above 120, come on. There we go, okay. So now we add our alarm for our transfer window. Add. Time warp 100 times. So that's still gonna take forever. Boy, do I wish we had something we could... Oh, I wonder if I go to... Oh, first let's turn RCS off. Don't want to waste all of our monopropellant for no reason. Then let's go Space Center. We'll go to one of our flags. I think we can go to the flag and then time warp from there. We go way faster than this. So let's go to The manned min-miss landing. Fly. So we need to rotate for 26 days. Oh. Flying by. Almost there. Okay, good enough. Alright, so back to the Space Center. And then we'll go back to that, the Rover. And we shall take flight from there. Moho Rover. Okay, so you're at our transfer window approximately. So let's find the retrograde. Oh my god. Alright. It's gonna make this video editing much harder. So right here, add maneuver. And I'm using this spot right here because that is what the website I use for my burns tells me to be at. Let's see. Need to do about a little more than that. Yeah. What's basically gonna happen is I'm going to hit it along the side. Oh, I need to set it as target so I can get my. Oh, there we go. There we have our intercept-ish. So if it's going to be over here, how do I need to adjust it? Let's get the. There we go. Bring it up. Up. How are they apart? It's like way ahead of it. That is helping a little bit. So you just gotta tweak the maneuver sometimes and you can get what you need. There we go, we have an intercept. It's not a good periapsis or anything like that, but it's an intercept. So it's probably going to take about a straight solid 5 minutes of burning to make this transfer burn. Creek over. Maybe it'd been easier to go the other way. Node should be pretty much along here. There it is. And time warp. Oops, no, I need it to be 5 minutes. It's going to be a long burn. We're basically slowing ourselves down a lot from our relative speed to the sun, as opposed to our speed to Kerbin. So it may look like we're heading in completely the wrong direction, but I promise you, we are doing exactly what we need to do. Here's the moon. I hope that doesn't become a problem. Alright, I'm gonna begin burning now. See, it says less than a minute, but that's with the engines that are on there now, which are now gone. See, 5-minute burn. So I will do a physical time warp for this, which is not always the smartest idea. But that will make this whole process seem like it goes faster. And getting the higher altitude, I think, is going to help with me not dipping into the Kerbin's atmosphere at all. Be careful moving myself around. Physical time warp really does emphasize the movements quite a bit. Let's see a little tractor rover thing here. Solar panels on. Oh, there we are. Escape trajectory. As this gets down below a minute, I'm going to take us out of time warp, I think. Time. If you're curious on how to toggle physical time warp, it is Alt and the buttons. It makes it so that instead of trying to do the normal time warp, it manually toggles the physical time warp. Alright, we're getting in there. Excited that we have an intercept. Do a lot of tweaking in deep space to make sure that we get ourselves close to landing. I heard that trying to insert into the Moho. Oh, there we go. A little bit like right here. Let's get rid of the node. See, we're not quite together there, but we can fix that further in the orbit. Oops. So let's time warp us a little bit. We watch Kerbin disappear behind us. Never to be seen again. Where is it? Should be retrograde from this ish. Where's Kerbin? Are we that far away from it already? We might just be that far away from it that we can't see it. The time warp was too much. There it is. Tiny little Kerbin. There. Alright. So let's get us onto... Maybe put a node here. Brakes maybe? See, that's already using too much delta V. How do I get my node over a little bit more? Like this? No, that doesn't help. Does this help? No. So does retrograde just help? Retrograde. This way. Retrograde. This way. A little more retrograde. See, I feel like I'm really close. There we go, we have an intercept. It's a whole nother minute burn. Okay. I wonder if I can do something like that over here more. Just this. And retrograde. This. So the further away, the more drastic the changes, the less delta V required to make said changes. Okay. There we go. 22 seconds from where I'm set to have the node way over here. Still 3 days away, but that's nothing a little time warp can't manage. Let's get to it. And time warp. We can time warp so much. Alright. Fine tuning. Let's get this down to 15. There we go. And I do have one more set of engines after this, but it's a very small amount of fuel on those. And eventually, one tank runs out before the others do. It's just meant to be there to balance out weight. Okay, so let's see. There we go, we have our intercept. We have our encounter. So let's get closer here. Always wants me to go on the purple. And the purple's the post Moho orbit. Give me blue. Ugh. Why is it giving me difficulties? Let's do some time warping and get a little bit closer here. Goal here is to get our periapsis as low as possible. It's actually pretty good right now. Just over 1 million. It's not bad for most of my periapsis on other planets and other bodies. Let's see if I go this way. What does that do for me? Moves me the wrong way. What does that do for me? That also doesn't do anything. What about retrograde? Alright, I should just be happy with the periapsis I have. So let's just get closer, even more so. Okay, so how far away from the sphere of influence? We are 17 hours from the sphere of influence change. Now let's try it from closer here, now that I can see what I'm doing. Get close and see where the difference is. It looks like I just need to actually bring it down. And that way. still. Oh, that's getting closer. $400. $200. Alright, that's the maneuver I'm going to do. I don't want to do anything more than that because I'm going to mess it up. So let's find our node. 4-second burn. Now there is no atmosphere on Moho, so there's no aero braking I can do. Just getting us closer to the surface. Right there. There we go. And warp us to the node. No, I don't have an alarm set, so I gotta just be careful. It's just gonna be nice to set down on a new planet. I think this is this the first time we've gone to? Oh no, we went to Duna. That's right, we went to Duna. Did we land on Duna? I don't know if we landed on Duna. I'm most certainly going to land on Moho, or at least attempt to. As soon as we get into the sphere of influence, we're going to start doing some science, though, that's for sure. Almost there. Perfect. I think that's as low as I can get it from here. And it's under 200. 126 is really good. So let's add a sphere of influence change alarm. And time warp, 16 hours. Creep in on the Moho beast. See if we can see it. Let's point ourselves towards it. Oh, is that it right there? There it is. Must be in the sphere of influence? Almost. Let's get in that sphere of influence. Shasha! Look at that. Right, once I get to here, how much delta V is it going to take to stop? This is nonsense. Is it even possible? Eight thousand meters per second. Look at that. 15-minute burn. It's a physically impossible burn. But can I just try to land this thing straight on the surface? I don't want anything to do with that weird I have a node somewhere, do I? I don't think so. Alright, add maneuver, drag it away. God dang it. Why won't you let me? Oh, there we go. Now it's not going to again. There we go. Add maneuver. Ugh. It's giving me so much issues trying to do this. Add maneuver. Just gonna drag it over to here. Okay. Just gonna try to have a crash landing. Okay, that is a crash landing on the surface. 30-second burn. Where is the marker? There we go. And I should just be able to make this burn from anywhere. Just trying to get that periapsis in. I don't know if we're actually going to be able to land. So there's no atmosphere for parachutes. Or to slow us down once we get in there. So let's just see what happens as we get closer. This is pretty much it for us. If this doesn't work, I'm going to have to come up with some way of having a much larger engine at this point. Okay, so I'm just going to turn and burn retrograde as long as possible. It appears I am still speeding up. It's going to burn all the rest of this fuel out. Straight retrograde. Become soaring in on the surface of this planet. Oh, we are coming in so fast. Yep, this isn't happening. We were basically a meteor rocketing at the surface of this thing. We hit this thing at over 7,700 meters per second. That is so fast. So, we learned a lot here in this video. We learned that, hey, if you want to go to Moho, you need a bigger engine in the end. I can't just have those atomic engines. That's not enough for me. At least we didn't have any Kerbals on our ship. It was just all probe parts. So at least there's that, and we don't have to worry about pricing yet. So there's that too. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please click like down below. Please subscribe to my channel if you want to see other videos like it. Next time we'll hopefully land successfully on Moho. I'll just do some revamping to that vehicle. Yeah, so I am Golgothan, and I will see you next time.